morning, felting friends. I'm going to show you how to wrap the yarn around skewers, and then you wet them and let them air dry, and then just pull the yarn off. It has to be a natural fiber, like wool or mohair, and it will hold the curl forever. So then once you have your pile of cut yarn that has been curled, it will felt if it is a natural yarn, a natural fiber. So I believe this one is a combination of wool and mohair. And just go ahead and pull out one of the ringlets. They're all springy and bouncy. And there is Winifred. She's got some earrings in, and her face has been sealed. If you missed that video, sealed with a mixture of glue and water, you can go back and just search for that video to see how to do that. Just keeps it from getting roughed up when you are handling your doll. So I first like to do the front hairline, and don't forget to leave a forehead. So just go ahead and I start at the ear there. Now this yarn will felt, so you can go ahead and just needle felt in with a medium needle, medium strength needle. If you are using a yarn that is more acrylic, you can try needle felting it. If you have difficulty, then you may just have to stitch it. So if you only have acrylic yarn and you want to use that, you can try stitching it on. So here I'm just marking, she has a little bit of a widow's peak, so I am marking the center line there, and then just going to kind of map in the hairline that I want to have. So just go ahead and needle felt that in right at the center point, and it does stay. You can tug on it, and it's in there pretty good. If your needle is not getting it in deep enough, you feel like you want to use a little bit of a stronger needle, then that's fine too. You can go ahead and switch to a stronger needle. So I don't, this yarn was donated to me, so I can't really give a reference of where it was from. But as long as you use a wool or some kind of natural fiber, it will hold the curl. And if you you don't have to use any heat or anything. If you do have an acrylic yarn and you want to try using this method, you can put it around the skewer and then maybe just take like an iron or a heating press, like for hair, a straightening iron, and you can just add a little bit of heat. You can put it in the oven. I have never done that. Just be really careful because acrylic yarn will melt, whereas natural fibers will not. So, these are natural fibers. So if you're going to go the acrylic route, just know that it is a component of plastic, so it can melt under heat. So just be careful. So here I'm just needle felting around and getting my hairline in. Hope everyone is doing well. We're doing pretty good. Lots of germs. I guess it is still February. Lots of little bugs. I guess when you have kids, you're always dealing with little germs. So the weather's starting to warm up. Is anybody doing any spring cleaning in your house? I guess it's about time to start doing that, opening some windows, and depending on where you live, I suppose. So here I am just getting them tacked around the ear. They don't have to be loose everywhere. I didn't want to use up, I have 2 dolls to cover with this yarn, so I needed to make sure that I had enough. So you can, it doesn't have to be loose everywhere. So, and if you're not doing a Winifred doll, you can do any kind of hairstyle you want. So feel free to take this method and use it, to create whatever style on your doll that you're looking for. The curls for this yarn just are amazing. They're so springy, and it's really fun to work with. I wouldn't really recommend brushing it because you will kind of fluff it and take that curl out. So this is one that I wouldn't recommend brushing. And I did put some little earrings on her. My other Winifred doll, I did not have earrings, so I just used some beads and sewed them to the ear. So if you don't have earrings that you want to waste, or you can go to the thrift store and find, you know, some old earrings or something. So, or make them out of clay or whatever you want to do. So here I'm just going around the bottom of the neck. And then I wanted to start filling in some of the hair, some of the head, you know, without using so many curls. If you put them all over the head so that they're long everywhere, you do get too much hair. So at the base of the neck, you can just fill in without leaving, you know, too much hanging. So go ahead and just put that on. If you're liking these videos, please do subscribe. I wanted to thank you so much. I hit 1,000 subscribers. I was so excited. So thank you. And please share this video with your friends if they're looking to make a doll tutorial, or to make a doll with the tutorial. That would be amazing. And if you are enjoying them, please do subscribe. It does help with my channel, so I really appreciate that. So here I'm just filling in more of the back of the head. And now Winifred, as you know from Hocus Pocus, if you're not familiar with what doll I'm making, she has kind of those weird like head hair bumps on both sides. So I'm just curling that down with my fingers, and I'm going to just needle felt that shape in. I kind of wasn't sure what I wanted to do here. If I wanted to make the shape out of core wool and then put the hair on, but you end up with so much hair that I didn't need to make any other kind of structure for underneath. So this is what I went with. So I'm not sure how I will do the Mary doll yet with the black hair. So I will have to just experiment. And I will, of course, do a video for you. So here's the other side. She kind of has like sometimes when you see vampires like Dracula, they have this weird hair also. So that kind of reminded me of that. Like if you watch those silly cartoons, like the Transylvania cartoons, sometimes they have that. So I wanted to make sure the outer was looking nice. So I left some at the bottom to pull up. And these ones I did not tack down a lot. I wanted to leave them, you know, so that they looked not completely smashed down. So I went ahead and just pulled those up pretty and just tack them down a little bit. They're not going to pull out. Like it's a completely adhered style, so I'm not concerned at all about them pulling out. And no sewing. You don't have to do any sewing. Not on this one. It all needle felted in quite well. So I just curled those edges over. If it got too thick with the curls, I did go to a coarser needle just to get through. So here I'm pulling the back over to make a nice hairline in the front. And then just kind of tack that in. It's pretty easy once you get going, and it did come together the way I wanted it, so that was good. Sometimes hairstyles can be tough, you know? So I was really happy with that. And then if you have extra, I go ahead and just cut it off. You don't need to use every single bit. So I just went ahead and cut it off. I didn't want any more bulk at the base of the head. So yeah, I did do a mini of this video yesterday. So if you want to check out that, if you don't want to watch the whole thing, it kind of goes in fast forward. You can check that out. And if you just want to make the curls, it's really easy. I did not video that. You basically are just twisting them around the skewers. You can find them, they're like barbecue skewers or kebab skewers. You can find them at the store. Just twist them around, wet them, and leave them on a cookie sheet to dry. So there she is. So please do like and subscribe if you're liking these videos, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.